while I was waiting, get the old things done, and there's been a few updates since then, but hope everybody's had a good week. Mine has been better than the previous week, although well, obviously if you follow or watched last week's episode, then you know last week was quite trying for me, mainly because of thieving gits, but there you go. But some of the money is coming back now. That's plus. Anyway, hi Wiley, and we need to just deconstruct these tripwire hooks. Best thing I'm finding with that fish farm now is the free iron from the tripwire hooks, which is always nice. In fact, I'm not even bothering with the tool. I mean, I've got multiple crates of enchanted tools to disenchant. I've just given up on them. So yeah, not a huge amount happened around. Oh wow, they're going to have fun with that tree. That's going to cause them some grief. Not a huge amount happened. We are, getting steadily further on. This is not where I wanted to be. Oh, actually, while we're here, let me just check my wand. I'm not sure what experience level I've been using it a little bit to kill bats of all things. Yeah, he's nowhere near. We really do need to up our game on that one. And I'm going to assume that Potter was probably responsible for these ones, but there's an apprentice spell book there which is a cure effect, and that one is levitation, which apparently is really good with things. Of course, I need to get my spell book up to standard before I can do anything with that. So my wand, not my spell book. Get there eventually. So yeah, been an interesting week anyway. Let's say better than previous week, so that's always a bonus. There we go, another full shelf, and as soon as these villagers have decided to go to bed, we'll sleep and see how we go. But I don't know who's in it. Well, there's nobody in here, but I'll be willing to put money that the well, okay, that was over quick. I wonder if the pot has a spell that allows it to change the weather. That seems suspicious. Okay, so my big work this week has been working on a wall design, and I have one. There you go, you see. So this is going to be the gatehouse. It's going to probably come extend in a little bit. Obviously we've got the bridge coming across here. We'll have steps and all the stuff. And this is my wall design. This is it's designed to stop NPCs falling off it, because I guarantee they will. And basically it's fully lit, so that is a light brick on every one. It's over the top. You cannot except for that one. Let me just go and fix that. But the idea is you can't walk off because it's only a block and a half high, and it's fully roofed and all that stuff. We always get adverts. I have no control over adverts. I haven't even got affiliates. Go to sleep. What's your intelligence like now anyway? These guys are all obviously learning in the I'm going to take a few just in case, in the library, and their intelligence is increasing quite dramatically, so we're definitely going to have to get some movement on this one. I'm not going to do all the wall building on stream. This is going to be something that happens as we kind of tick along, because there's a lot of it, and it's a five block module, so each module comes along. I'm thinking that at this point we'll probably have a tower go that way a little bit and then come over this way and then go that way, and it's going to go in fives. And as I say, because obviously it's a 5 block module, it's kind of dead obvious. Doesn't matter about those because obviously they are unspawnable. Although I don't like the way that is casting shadow, so let's just fix that. There we go. These light blocks are brilliant. What is it again? Oh, from Ferdinand's. Yeah. I'm not even bothered about the flowers, it's the light blocks that are brilliant. I would like to get the gatehouse done tonight, maybe start extending the wall this way and get this done, but I'm not really sure which way to go next. We obviously need to get a school in. We need more miners, more mine shafts. I remember doing that. Okay. And you need. Oh, he's got to bed eggs. Okay, that's good. We're not shy on emeralds though, so I am actually going to do one of you. I'm going to get myself another mine shaft, I think, or 3. Or 4. Excellent. That will do us, and that will allow me to keep some mine shafts going, and the druid can actually do some work on the other ones. So that's a bonus. I also have got on my. I've got 2 blaze spawners on my barn. I think we're going to go and add those to Potter's blaze spawner at spawn. Because blaze, obviously, lava, great source of very cheap fuel for making this stuff, because obviously I'm going to need a lot of it. But and it's a big but. No, it's not a big but. There's already a thing down. I need two item frames. Not that. It's a bit slow because there's only the one spawner, so it will definitely benefit from having additional blazers. I took a trip into the Nether this morning. Hi, Dara. And pillaged a stronghold. Now I would have done it on camera. The problem is with the Nether, as I've always said, is it's too dark. Even with the brightness turned up, it's just an unpleasant place to record, so I try not to do it. And yeah, let's get out of here. Right, so if we go and pop that there, and then now I want to mine shaft. That one's valid. These ones should be valid. What is not happening here then? I mean, they're played out. Whee! Sorry. Easily distracted. Interesting. That should be working, and I don't know why. That one's fine. Green is a mineshaft token. What's going on here then? I don't know. What would be the answer to that? No. They work, or they should definitely work quite happily. Let's just take them over there. It shouldn't make any difference. However, it's definitely playing. Maybe it's, I don't know whether it's because they are things, but there you go. Four hoofers with a thing. I know that's got a spawnable spot in it. Strange. This lot are all played out, you see. Now I could just give the miner time off and let the druid do some. Yeah, let's go with that. Because I'd like to have the miner weird. That is strange. Strangely strange. Oh well, we'll stick them on here and we'll live with it for now. You and you and you and you. There we go. That'll keep them busy. Away. Yeah. So what else has been happening? Went out yesterday. Actually, went for a day trip out to Birmingham to the Black Country, specifically to the Black Country Museum. So if you are from the UK, you will know that the Birmingham is the Black Country is so named because it was basically black from the Industrial Revolution, and it's a Victorian. Come here, you. I want to see what you buy. It's selling carrots, redstone, potatoes, and oak. Okay. And it's a reconstructed Victorian town. It's got there's a mine there and all sorts of goodies. Any oak? Not quite. We have got another thing of things. We haven't got redstone yet. We haven't got okay. I think we're out of luck today. Might have carrots. Let's just have it. If I go and add that to there, we have carrots. So we can do carrots. Here we go. Oh, and we have baked potatoes. That's handy. And that's about it. Right, let me go and trade this crop with this guys, and then we can start planning. Come back here, you. You. Give me some emeralds. Did he want? Oh, he didn't. I don't think he wanted. He was selling baked potatoes, wasn't he? Okay, wasn't buying, selling. Okay, that's fine. Miner, come here. We need to give you some time off. We'll leave you with that. And then the druid should be doing the regenerate. Oh, actually no. Idiot. We didn't get the regenerating bit done, did we? Where's my miner gone? I see you. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Yeah, you need to do some of that. How's your intelligence? These guys are getting brained up. They spend more time reading, I think, than they do working at the moment. Right, what do we need? I think we need to check what our things. That villager information mod isn't quite working yet, and I need to. There's an update for it that I need to place on. There's a few updates actually. I need to get onto the server, but we have room for one villager. Nope, I'm not doing anything with it. So, where do I want to start playing first? With the villagers or with the gatehouse? Gatehouse or villagers? Villagers, gatehouse. It's a difficult decision. Or, in fact, more residential areas. Let's go and get something. Let's get on some gatehouse and a tower. I think that's my first bit I want to play with. So we'll grab. We'll keep hold of that. We'll grab you. We'll grab the andesite pillars for now. Actually, we don't need those until for a moment. I am deliberately using the smooth stone variants rather than the cobblestone, just to give myself, I don't know, a bit of a kick. But I do throw a little bit of cobblestone in, and sometimes a little bit of gravel in, just for variety. Probably could do some andesite as well if I wanted, but let's not complicate things too much. So over here we're going to have a tower. Now I need to just double check, because the towers need to intersect. The middle is on that front section, so yeah. Yeah, get somewhere for the chavs. Okay, so let me just take you around into that. So that is where the middle will go, and then it'll come around. It's not going to be square, it is going to be, I'm just you know, you really miss a magnet when you don't have one. That is going to be the tower section. Right. So we need to basically bring that down. I'll just fill the inside in with dirt or something, but hopefully more of a buildy episode, or buildy stream I should say, than episode. It's not going to be an episode as such than previously, because we've been kind of pushing to get some of the technologies right. I would like, let me take one of those and just throw a cobble torch down. That should keep everything lit properly. Yep. So I'm hiding the lighting as best as I can, really throwing in just any lighting tricks I can come up with. Definitely need some crap to go in there though, don't I? Before I don't like leaving things hollow. It's a real pain of a personality quirk for me, but I don't like leaving things hollow. It's yeah, it's a thing. A couple of things of dirt should do the hello. Right, so and that should bring us that, yeah, because then we can go around that way and we'll get maybe another tower in. Whee! Yeah, we're still. That needs to be stone. It doesn't need to be stone. I just want it to be stone. Yeah, there's that, and it's just I just find it sloppy. It's messy building. So that will give me a tower to get though in there. Let me just go and right. It's getting on to night time, so again, convenient inventory for plants is the ground. So from there, I want to get some spruce, and what I've been doing is waiting for night time. There is a reason I wait for night time to do this. And the main reason is I've had the lumberjacks try and cut out one of these trees beneath me, and some of them can obviously be quite tall. That's not too bad, but I've had one that's like twice the height, and having it sliced out from under you is a way to offend, isn't it, really? And you know, it hurts. So the lumberjack, the algorithm, I don't know how it, I'm not entirely sure how it kind of works on its decision making, but what happens, obviously, the lumberjack chops the bottom log and the entire line of logs above it go down like a tree capitator. So next thing you're dropping like a, this is actually a taller tree than I thought it was. Okay, that's fine, doesn't matter. No, it does. It's a much taller tree than I thought it was. There we go. Almost. One more. Just easy spruce. And then back down. I think a stack will be a stack or two is usually enough to do the job. And I'm using spruce because it's obviously a very abundant wood, because you can double it up, and I prefer it to jungle. Right, that will do me. And let's go and see about dropping off the bone meal and some excess. No, there's I don't want to sound I don't want this to sound ungrateful, I suppose, is probably the word we need to use, but Tango's done a really good job with this mod, and it seems to me a shame that he's cut corners on some of the bits that would have been the difference between it being an amazing mod, a really amazing mod and a perfect mod. I think that's probably the best way I can think of as describing it. So I need to go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that will be where the next one is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's certain things, for example, a config file would be so useful in any, a config file is useful in any mod anyway. That's because, you know, heaven knows, you probably want to configure your thing sometime. I think I'm just going to bring this right up, actually. And we shall pop that there. Okay, that gives us a layout. So yeah, things like a config file, just to change the, I don't know, change the level that the trader inflates his prices, perhaps. Just, you know, just bouncing things off the top of my head here. I've actually made a cock up there. That needs to go here. Like so. That's it. That will do the trick nicely. Yeah, there's just a lot of things, you know. Config files are just, to me, a sign of a polished mod. It's a, you know, a mod that has been thought through, and it's just missing, which is a shame. It's not the end of the world, but it is a shame. As it stands, it's a really good mod, but it just needs some polish. I think that's about the fairest way you can say it. It could really use a little bit of polish just to finish it up. I am going to go with, we'll go with some parquet. That's what you need in a thing, isn't it? A bit of parquet flooring, and then right, again cheating a little bit, well, not cheating, but using hidden light technology for the time being on put it on these two, I think, just so they don't stand out too much. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, it's going from being a what if mod to being a fully polished mod, and again, as I say, that's not meant in any way to diminish the awesome work that's been done on it, because it is a great mod, you know. It just needs a little bit of polish. Where am I going to stick my scaffolding? Yeah, right. So the way I've been kind of doing this is I've just come in and I've more or less just filled this in with brick blocks. In the first instance, just get the basic shape down. And then we're going to want to swing this through that again. One, two, three. That's going to go, but we'll worry about that one in a one of these, that one there, can actually become a torch block, and then that should, if I can manage to do that, allow me to hide that away nicely. Right, where was I? 3, 4, 5, and there. 2, 3, and again get the old thing going on it. I'm not sure. I think Tango is a YouTuber first and a mod developer second, and again, that's not meant as a criticism, it is just a statement. Right, yeah, no, that needs to come out there. This does that like so, and then this will come there and there. Yeah, that's kind of pulling together. But I think anything like that, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Tango does take suggestions. I know his Patreon users were a big source of bug testing for him. So, you know, there's an opportunity. Time, certainly for me, the time is probably the bigger of the. Let me just stick a bit of dirt down there. Save my stone. Yeah, time is often the bigger consideration of how much time I can spend actually doing bug reports and the likes. But ultimately, we end up with, at this stage, oops, I'm getting really fed up of that tune. If I come, see, that's a little bit tight on that. The question is, if I were to go, let me just try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would work, definitely. I probably need to put some more stone on as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. That will bring us out, and that'll give us a fairly large expanse of space here in which we can build some accommodation. I'd settle for steam powered giraffe, to be honest. Right, let's just come down here. Hang on a second, that needs to come out there. That one needs to come out as well, actually. Right, and then there. And then down there. And again, some of this will get ripped out to replace with, you know, rock. Yeah, that would work. A little bit of the amazing electric or music playing automatons or whatever. Like, sometimes I sit there and listen to them and I'm like, oh, I have no idea what this is going to be called. But good band, good band. Let's just try this here. It is steampunk based, yes. Definitely. Well, they're not punk music, but they are steam punk based. I think that's probably how I would describe it anyway. But they're good. Heavily in my YouTube suggestions at the moment. I don't know why. Right, what have we got? Let's just use a little bit more of you. And then we've got you. You can go there and there. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to do over there on the towers yet, but we'll sort that. This is all organic building. It's good for you, organic building, apparently. And yeah, and then I suppose we should just use dirt there again, because that's not. Certainly to there, probably over to there as well. For the time being, that will do us. Let's go and have a look from the outside, see how this is starting to shape up. The Who. See what they did there. So starting to shape. That you can see what I've done over there as I've kind of really gone into town on the terrain. I'll do the same in these areas where it goes in. I'll roughen up these walls as well, so they're not absolutely all smooth stone. I'll probably stick some arrow slits in, and I'll probably use the chisels and bits technique we did before. This obviously needs work. Yeah, getting there. Let's go and get some sounds suspiciously like they're going for a play on words on the Who to me. Right, let's go and get some stone cooking while we're busy. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Volume, independent volume control for the Piper would be nice as well. 1 and 2. A super smelter actually probably wouldn't be a bad build, you know. I have got something I want to try and build today on the Hoofer whatchamajig thingamabobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go over here and get these ones running. And one more. My nose is itching big time. Ah. It is it's an interesting phenomenon with the internet in that it has made so many different and otherwise unknown bands and, you know, options, for want of a better phrase, available to us, and I think it's good in that respect. Get me some of those if you don't mind. I'd like one there, I'd like one there, and one there, and one there, and one there. And then we'll just have some of them. I want 1, 2, 3 of those combined with torches, and they're going to go there, there, and there, and then the rest is just solid. Right, that's the basics in. Then what I've been doing is I take half a dozen or so of those out of the mix, get those in, make those. Right, I need to work out what I'm doing on this side, don't I? Because that's going to be the door, that's going to be the wall going up. That's fine. What do we do there? I suppose we could just leave it blank. Not sure. Hang on, that, and that. If you're wondering what these are, this is the accent pieces. So take these like so. Grab that, grab you, and they just give that a little bit of extra going on there, and that should all be nicely, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, spawn safe. Now that's going to need something. Well, you're not going to be able to get to it in a moment because you're going to get one of those. Oops, pardon me. One of those there. I don't know what to do with that. It's a bit of a conundrum. Yeah. Right, let's go and grab some more stone. I'm quite liking that design. It's got the modularity to it, which gives when it's modular, it gives me that kind of happiness because I can basically use it to fill bits in. No, of course. Have some coal. There you go. Do it the hard way. Oops. Definitely need to start using these babbies though. And yeah, let's get out there. The sound effects from this game. No, they never grow old. Okay, get me some of that. Okay, make me some more of those. Not too many though, because I don't want to get carried away. Right, can I reach? If I go around this side, this is going to be the fun bit. No, I'm going to have to do it from the top. Not a problem. Hup. And hup. Right. Do that. And then we'll do that like that. Now I think have enough of these in stock, so to speak, to make a few of them. Have I got enough of the crackly ones? I've certainly got enough for one. Let's have a look if I've got enough for one another. I have. Amazing. And again, it just breaks up the monotony on the top there. Take those, convert them into this, and we are going to go 1, 1, like that. And then those will go in here. Need a few more. Hup. Get them on the other side while I'm at it. Get this lot going. Worry about the corner. The corners are kind of a secondary, just an extra bit once we get there. What I do want to do is get this layer on. Damn you. Always run out of brick before I run out of build. We're going to need to put a temporary light source up here, I think. It's going to go something like... Man, it needs to go higher, doesn't it? Or does it? Difficult call. You have a floor, you'll have a floor, which was A3, and then you got 1, 2, 3, and then maybe another one on top. I don't know. I'm kind of riffing some of these build bits, these component areas, but let's just jump down and go and get some other bits. I need the roofing material. I've got enough spruce, I think. Oh, well, a lot will depend on how many of those I've got. Probably not a lot, actually. Oh no, I've got 2 stacks. That should be enough then, maybe, if we're lucky. And somewhere over there, there's my andesite wall. What I do with the tower, I mean, the tower's secondary. I can always come back to those later anyway. They really don't actually. Yeah, that's an interesting. Yeah, that is a good, interesting point. That's joined up there now. Yeah, that's fine. It's not a problem. It's just an interesting point, as I say. Accident waiting to happen there, I'm sure. Then there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And just bring you over here. Grab that back. Does that want it? That one actually wants to go... No. Damn it. Damn. Well, we'll get there eventually. What time is it? We can sleep. Because we'll all be asleep anyway. Yes. What I'm going to do is a mixture of the NPCs will be a mixture of the Tektopia NPCs and Ancient Warfare NPCs. Mainly because I do like NPCs that can find the way. Which is, I just find that to be a major league benefit when you know you're trying to come up with a plan for defending your city, especially when I turn the necromancer back on. So I think the Ancient Warfare guys I will get up here and there, because they how do I put it, they have archers, whereas the Tektopia ones don't have archers yet. That may be a thing in the future, but right now it's not a thing. It's a non-thing. And just get over there and do the same on that side. And that side. I want to just use that, I think, to get up. Alright, so continuing on around here, we'll get this lot on. I originally didn't do these overhanging, and they didn't really. It didn't feel it just did not feel right to me. I may actually connect that. In fact, I think I will connect that up to the wall, just to really bring that in together. And then we can. Well, I'll worry about the underside once I've done this. Let me just come over here. Yeah, I think that works better. They can't. That's the. This is the design. This is why I'm building it with a roof like this. There's physically no way for them to get off the walls. Now that was that would have been with the not TFC, where they just had a walkway, but in this instance there's physically no way for there's no way for them to fall off, because they can't walk through. I don't think even we can walk through. We might be able to do that thing that they've added in 1.14, because obviously we've got the future Minecraft mod. Let me just get the second. Give me, thank you. And there we go. That'll get me on there. Right, here they. So I'm designing the builds with the wherever possible, with the limitations of the mods in my mind. How it actually pans. Oh God, I keep missing the bottom there. And again, how it pans out in the future, of course, well, that's anybody's guess. But in theory, they shouldn't be able to get into too much mischief on this. I may not even put, once I put these towers in, I may not even put access levels into the lower bits or top bits, because they don't need it. We'll have limited access. We do need some ballista platforms, because obviously we've got those, and it'd be wrong not to play with the ancient warfare weapons armory module, having waited for so long for it. Few catapults and ballistas, that should deter any but the most hardened necromancer, I would say. Right, we need more of those shakes. We are going to need to bring this wall in. The other thing is, I do need to think about how I'm going to get them on the walls, and I'm going to need some kind of walkways at some point. I haven't really worked that one through, but let's go and get those. Those shit. I saw there he is. What do you want today, matey? He's getting very greedy. He's going for like diamond and diamonds. Go away. Unless, of course, you know, I happen to have some. Which I don't. Apparently have. Well, I mean, I've got plenty. I just don't actually have any that are of any use. Let me take half of that, pop that one back. Have I got my flint? No, need a piece of flint. These shakes are definitely overpowered, without a shadow of a doubt. But I ain't gonna complain because I like overpowered. That should finish us up nicely, I think. Ugh. You are working now, aren't you? Yes. With the wooden pick. Gonna have to do something about that as well at some point, aren't we? Oops. That's not what I wanted. This, I think, just tidies that up. This bar is there to stop them getting even close to it as well, because I realised as I had it they could still suicide. Okay. I wish he'd learn a new song, I really do. Yeah, a little bit of this going around there. I'm just going to go with it all the same on this instance. And we just need out of, yeah, smooth stone. Could definitely use it. They're stupid enough to need it. Let's just try and get some position where I think push this through to about maybe 9:30, and then we'll go and do something else with the should be sufficient, I think. Right, so we're going to have no we're not, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 are going to be that, and that just doubles over like so. That will fix in a moment. I hope I hope Mojang come up with for some reason Magic the Gathering has been in my collective consciousness recently, so consequently I am kind of reverting back to thinking of Wizards of the Coast. Mojang, I hope Mojang are come up with more in-world manipulations. Like like the logs that you break, you place them, you strip the strip logs. That's what I'm looking for. Hang on, let's just try get this right. Right, and then we can get that in. And then we can use that to get up there. No, we can't. Thank you. And that will go there and there. This one I found it wasn't a problem, but it did benefit from being lit. And then we can take that lot out, pop that lot there. So it's not a bad wall design. I think it's quite passable. However, there's a few bits and pieces you can do to improve it. For starters, you can weather it with a little bit of things. Now that feels like it's dark. However, that's a middle block there, so if I were to stick a light gravel block in, that would answer that problem. We stick a little bit of cobble in places. I do need to do something with that, I just don't know what. Oh, it'll come to me. Get these turned off for a second. And then just basically age that side up and then do the other side with a little bit of constructive application of chisel. Maybe the odd one as well with, you know, we can pop in a gravel or a cobble block just to, maybe even a gravel block. Oops, I'll just throw my bed away. Better not lose that. And yeah, just rinse and repeat really. And then finally, just to finish it off, weather a few of the bricks. So I tend to just go in and slice out a bit here and a bit there, just to give you that three-dimensionality. I'm never sure when to stop and when not to stop though, so I'm not sure. I've never found the perfect formula, if you like, for knowing when to stop on these, but it just gives you that level. Now we do need to do that wall still. He's going to take a little bit of work, and we need to do the inside edge. And it just gives you that little, just that little tiny bit of wornness. That's more or less the entire design process. Now, I don't know whether to work on this. Tower or not tower? That's the question. To tower or not to tower? Or gatehouse or not to gatehouse? What are we at? Just 9 o'clock, so... Decisions, decisions. Let's go. I am going to do a little bit of that gatehouse, that tower, I think. Tower and gatehouse. Well, I need to get a start on it, just so there's more than just like a obviously very phallic symbol in the inadvertent. I'll add. It was an inadvertent phallus. Okay, let's start off with you. And let's start off like this, and we'll go. So the simplest thing to do will be to just go and put a slit in the block like that, and you've got a reasonable field of vision. Now I think we should probably go up and down one. I don't know whether that's going to emit light if I chisel it, but there's only one way to find out. If we go 1, 2, if I now and go in 2 and do the same on this side, and do the important thing of, am I doing this the wrong way around? Trying to trying to do this now. That is the wrong way around. Let's try not to do that. That is definitely the wrong way around. What you would have had would have been the narrower end on the inside, on the outside. One, two, and then come back here. And here. So it gives you a wider field of view. Now the question, can I shoot through that? Yes. Not a problem. And it, because it was narrow on the outside, it didn't channel. If you put it wider on the outside, it would channel the shots in towards you. So someone could shoot and they'd bounce off the shot, they'd bounce the arrow shots through the gap. But that gives you a nice view of that. Okay, so armed with that and one of them, we can get that going there. And that's about as simple as just going to use this as a temporary ladder. That's about as simple as an arrow slit as you can really go with, I suppose. Just it is literally a slit, and you know, it gives you a field of view. Now, needless to say, that's not much use, but again, you can still shoot down. Now, the other thing you would have had, which I haven't done here, is to actually bring this down, but I don't know whether it's not really worth it. I don't think. Let's just go and have a quick peek at that. I mean, that is simple and enough. But we have got crossbows. And obviously crossbows would have had the cross piece in there, wouldn't they, as well? Do we want the cross piece? I don't know. Do we want a cross piece or not? I am going to go with no for the time being, because it's my choice. I'm going to put that in there just so I don't accidentally use it, but I want to use that for all of these gatehouse, certainly here and here, overlooking the thing. I want to have that kind of luxury. Why am I coming around here? One for me, one for the bag. I bet it can. I would. Well, I'll rephrase that. It probably can't. Because it will probably see this as a solid block, so it won't even try and look through it, whereas I can obviously work out that it's not a solid block. So yeah, the hindsight, I think I would say, I'm just going to take a bit of you out for a second. Can I? No, I can't reach in for that, thank you. Where would I place? I suppose I'd place the actual access point there, wouldn't I? And then you'd have that there. Oh, you need to go back as well. I left my crafting bench outside. I'll stick some ladders in and stick another thing there so they can stand there. We'll stick a trapdoor, I think, as well, and that will probably do us just for the basics of that tower, and then we'll need to move up. But what I do there is going to determine what we do here anyway, so that's going to have a kind of a knock-on effect. Yeah, looks all right. Yeah, I still only got the novice wand. Novice? I think, whatever, the lowest level wand. I've got that one. Right, let me do a few of them. And that's... Oh, and I haven't come across them. Damn you. Give me that. And that. I only needed one, didn't I? Yeah, we'll leave them there. Yeah, I can always pop it back. It all depends on how much chisels and bits I'm prepared to let take over the episode or the stream. That's the key. It's entirely chisels and bits related. And then stick some step ladders there. And we can go and grab one of those. Convert you over to that. That can become there. That will go up. And then this lot needs to actually come out. Oh, I did want another one, didn't I? Because we're going to have a... We're going to have a floor up here, I think. Well, not I think. We are going to have a floor. It's just, am I going to do 2 floors? Good God. I don't know why I don't just do a stack, but I know, you know. See, I think one more floor and then a roof on here. And that will kind of fit and, as they decide, quite a lot of what happens over there. So I need 2 more of these trapdoors. We should have plenty of stone. We just need to chisel it up, and then we need to make more arrow slits. And that will, I'll leave those there. Actually, no. We can just take those off. We can grab those, pop that like that, do that. I've done with, done. Job is, as they say, a good one. I also am going to need, I really do need to just sort my inventory out a bit, don't I? I'm not apprentice. I'm the lowest level, which is novice, I think. So yeah, I ain't going to be using those anytime in the immediate future, but yeah, but can I actually cast them? Tell you what, let me just do a little bit of careful finagling of my inventory around here, and then we'll pop you in the way as well. Right, let's get in. Let's see about getting this level chiseled a little bit. The only problem with these is, of course, what you end up with is a stripe where there's no chiseling. Oh, just come around the side, you'll find there's a scaffold over there. Right, and let me get that, and then we're going to do the same on there. Yeah, we're doing. Well, let me just pop this down here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, da, 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 da. Cozy. Ooh, what we got? Mine. I've got mine. Got that one. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm losing track of what I'm doing. Huh. No worries. Yeah, where are we? I'd love to sit there and say it was, but no. It's just I designed it. I designed it just in such a way that, you know, it's a wall. So yeah, all my spells are over in here, up here, and most of these I've got. There's a couple. That one I don't know. That's a novice. And then there's a whole thing. Then I've got a whole shelf of apprentice level spells, but I don't know what they are. But yeah, no, I'd love to claim that level of pre knowledge. If you, that's interesting. Oh, I think that's that. Oh, I see. Cool. Now, am I going to have problems with bookshelves that don't have any books in them? No, these ones have. These ones have got books in them. Why have they turned? That's going to be annoying. It is? I'll take it if it's yeah, I just wonder whether well, maybe a relog would solve it. I'm going to just try that. I'm going to log out and quickly log back in again. See whether that solves the visual glitch. Yay. Phew, I was hey. Yeah, that fixed it. Go. In fact, you stop performing. Miserable old bard. Right, where are? Oh, we need to. Yeah, that's the thing. Are they on top of my? Oh well, let's go see. If they are, I'll go and deal with them. What do you think? It could be L space. Yeah, no. Okay, well, that apparently wasn't. I mean, I know you wouldn't want necessarily to be able to shoot at those, but I can imagine, you know, circumstances where you might want to. The evil fishes of doom. Now, I think what I am going to do for this is going to be something. Oh, we probably need to light that as well, don't we? That might not be. I'm going to not actually have that. And we should probably just borrow a couple of these. just to get this lit properly, and then hop, da-da, idiot, da-da. And that, okay, and there, and then I'm going to keep this simple. This is going to be a peaked roof, I think. And I'll try not to fall off, because that often offends. I think I'd survived the fall from that height in this armour, but you know, I would rather not put it to the test. Bit of that stuff doesn't really matter. And just probably just keep this fairly simple. Just go like this. Of course, my crafting bench is still down there, isn't it? And I haven't got the crafting bench spell, but that's not a problem. A bit of dirt, bit of old dirt will do just for filling. And again, a bit more dirt, and damn it, I am going to have to take some damage, I think, and then probably go up there with just a slab of shake, but I can't. I haven't got the actual means of making a slab of it, so let's just grab that, and then we should have a feel for what the gatehouse is going to look like. That's dark oak. And a bit of that. Oh Christ, let me get rid of that. What else? I don't think I want to keep hold of that actually. God, I want everything. This is the problem when you get into the realms of I need everything that I have about my personage. What was after? A bit of flint. That should do us. That should do more than do us. Actually, that goes in there. That goes in there. That can go up there, as long as that can go there. What do I need? I need some slabbage and some stairs. We've got you, got you, got you. Gonna need a little bit of ironwood leaves. We'll take those spruce leaves and some oak leaves. That'll do me for starters, I think. What I actually need to do is make another iron backpack, but you know, like all of these things, I will get to it. I also need to carry that with me, which is now probably not going to help me a great deal, but there we go. We've got more of those, so we'll grab you and head up. think I left some scaffold in there, didn't I? Yeah. So that gives us a guard tower and a design for a guard tower, which means that when I'm between episodes and stuff, I can be working on these things. We need to do a little bit of roughening around there, and we need to do some tidying up over there. I'm going to just drop off that and that for now, and that and that and that. Whee! Right, so a few bits and pieces that I like to do over here. I did think, and I may do at some point, is putting some chisel and bits leaves into some of these holes, just so there's a little bit more going on down there. But as it stands, I don't think it's really necessary. We can mess this up a wee bit. That's all good, you know. And similarly around here, just to make this less than perfect. We could even, if we wanted to, do bits and pieces like that as well. You know, there's no right or wrong answer to these things, which is I know very Bob Ross, you know. Making yourself some happy little trees. And well, just give that a little bit of, I think that's enough there. Then what we do need to do is take out all of the torches from down here, and my thoughts were make some boulders in the area. I didn't need that with me, did I? That kind of works. There's a little bit there that can just go in with a bit of gravel. And that illuminates that nicely. I think we're covered at that point, and then it's just a matter of getting a little bit of foliage in the place. And of course, if you've got the odd one like that, you can just use the leaves themselves to block spawning. Bit of ironwood. How we're looking now. All right. I think it could do with a little bit of breaking up here around some of these areas. And it probably could do with some of these actually. Just a few of the bits and pieces of actual foliage. It's not like we haven't got plenty about. So that will give us just a little bit more colour up there as well. And some bit of pink clover, just to finish off. So my objective as we move around is to move any visible lights, these torches, and just get them completely shifted out and end up with something that looks more like that, for want of a better word. And I think I can safely say that works. I think that tower design is okay, nothing fancy. We could probably stick something in there, stick some hanging lanterns or something, maybe, don't know. There's a lot of little details that we can throw in, I'm sure, but we've got a nice little outcropping here. Now if I take the wall out that way and then come out here a little bit, that would basically gives us I don't know what, a killing zone straight across this moat, and once the only way in is through here, and then the necromancer has to walk down here, it's going to be like one of those tower defense games. The poor bloke's going to be dead before he knows what's happening. That's the idea anyway. Right, there we go. Ship Predator joins the game and it starts raining. I think we know who to blame. Yes, it would certainly give well, the entire structure should give a good defensive element to it. What I didn't bring is any of that. We should have a little bit of you. Let me just try and sensibly sort my inventory out a little here. I can clear that because I can always copy that now, and we'll pop you in there, and then you can go in there with that, and you can go back in there. Oh, hang on. Stupid question. The backpacks. No, that's a DecoCraft backpack. Oh, what's it called then? Bag? Chisel and bits bag. That's definitely not what I'm... Punch bag. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. Sack? No. Pack. There we go. They're not dyeable, are they? Probably nameable though. Might be an interesting usage. Right, let me just try and get some of that done. Get rid of you. Drop that off. Everything else is there. I think mine is already soulbound off the top of my head. No, it's not, but it should be. Are you soulbound? That should be soulbound as well, actually. Not worried about that. Most of my stuff is soulbound, but not all of it yet. I don't intend to die. I'm you know, fundamentally against dying. Right, what we could do, speaking of being fundamentally, the cape doesn't drop if you die, and the cape stays on. Cool. Mods. Speaking of that, I have a couple of things we need to deliver to spawn once daylight comes. Let's just go and see what's going on in the mine. I think it's up here. We shall find. Thought the yellow beds were unclaimed. Or maybe it's, no, it's yellow beds are claimed, aren't they? It's green beds that are not. Right, what have we got to do? Now I know where my wall's going, I can actually start to plan a little bit about what I want to build and where I want to build it as well. Oh, visual glitch then, I think, because all four, I've definitely not got enough beds for all of them to claim them. Yeah, this is a visual glitch. Craft beetroot soup, blah blah blah. I will leave you as you are. We'll soon find out anyway, because if they they should go to bed any time, about 2 o'clock, isn't it, normally, I think. Yeah, mine, all of mine are showing as unallocated, unclaimed. But this guy, well, you're in it, Tura Graham, this lady here, the druid, is definitely in her room, having a bit of chillax, being largely things, not eating much, admittedly. But they should any time start thinking. Yeah, visual glitch. Live with it. That's fine. The tavern's very popular now. The bard, well, it was earlier. The bards are not playing as well. The Boar's Head. Okay, so what to work on? So I have wanted, obviously we've got the space underneath the tavern, and I have wanted to have a little bash at some brewing side of things. We're going to need more of these wild berries as well, but we've got the means, we've got plenty of bushes, so we can get those planted. Hi Gemstone. So what did I need for those? I've got the barrels down there at rustic. So there we go, crushing tub. Make me some of them. Iron is not a problem. Let's just make 3 to start off with. Yeah, 3 sounds like a reasonable number. I'll probably want more going forward, but take that, drop that, and in there should be a stack and a bit of bottles from the fishing farm. Stop keeping them after a while. Well, the agenda so far has been building this lot over here, or at least a big chunk of it. I'll show you, because you're not, because you missed the construction. So so that is where we're at the moment. It's taking the wall style that I put together and extending it. I'm probably going to start work on this in a moment, but I just want to get some wines going. And I do need to pop over to spawn and deposit a couple of spawners into the blaze spawner. As long as Potter's alright with that, I'm sure she will be. Anything that gets us more spawns per spawner. Weird. A lot of visual glitches today. But in the first instance, I'm going to do a little bit of, just get a little bit of this I also need to do a little bit of management on the farm, on the tree farm there, because they've managed to foul that up again. Now I know we can do half slabs, so maybe that's something we need to get set up in the first instance. No, it's not there. So stick 2 crushing tubs down there. I think 2 will be enough, to be honest, but I'll stick the other one over there just so it's like for decorative purposes. And we shall just quickly chisel that up and use it. Oops. Like so. Don't want that. And then we should be good to and then do a bit of grape as well, perhaps. What we should probably do, and I'm just going to, I think I'll do that with you are no going to work there for definite. There. Just make sure it's lit. I think that corner is right down. That and that. Oh, I seem to have put my shield in there somehow. Okay. I was out there going, what on earth? So we should be able to take one of those, stick it in there, and it will start fermenting. And then the same, we'll get a couple go in. It takes a while, so... And we'll do the ironberry wine as well, for now. And leave that just ticking in the background. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to have a mixture. But the NPCs will be mainly the military types. So this can do its thing. That's going to make me a chance of being reasonable quality. But it's got most likely going to be absolute dross. Oh, and it's morning. So I'm going to... grab you. Head to spawn. Right, now the interesting thing. So for those of you who haven't seen Spawn yet, this is I think mainly the work of Potter. Oh, it keeps on changing. It's improved again. It's got some trapdoors now underneath it. I left a deconstruction table. We've got anvils, enchanting area, storage for all the drops from the skeleton and things. And oh, the spells are now sorted. And yep, and obviously all the drops. And we get a lot of drops, so things going on there. And that's a little bit of chisels and bits, I think. And then over here is the blaze spawner, which is going to take a little bit of a thing. So I'm going to work on the basis that this is going to be the space inside the blaze spawner, and they're off. Got to get up there first, of course. This might be easier said than done. We're not going to get blown up by creepers, are we? That's always a sure way to upset yourself. So I'm going to go that this is... let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 10, so that's going to be 9, so it's going to be 4 either side. I think we should be fine. You see me. No, that's not going to help, is it? Oh, now it. Let's just put it away for a second. Let them calm down a bit. They're obviously quite agitated. Problem is you can't turn the damn thing off because it splays and they're not light. Not if I can avoid it, no. I suppose I should make sure that I'm actually getting some benefit out of this. This is going to be easier said than done. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, bugger. We didn't want this forest anyway, did we? Oops. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay, let's. Have we got them all? I think we might have got them all. Right, from the top. We'll give it a try. Can't quite reach it. Hang on. Alright. I can't jump. Oh crap. Oh crap, crap, crap. I'm gonna die. Hang on, I'm using my fist, idiot. That'll do. Right, let's think this through. The problem is the moment I go and I get that hoofer out, the moment I get the spawner out, I get weakness and fatigue. So no, I think what I need to do is get lower down, place it, and do that. And then they've got the cat is mithering outside my door. Damn it, that's too low. Hang on. I have got a spare. Is a cat actually going to be bursting in any time? Right, and then there we go. Easy. Oh dear. 3 spawners. 3 blaze spawners for the win. That should give us a reasonable rate of return on. Oh damn it, I need to have the things on me hotbar, don't I? I've got the level to do it, I just need to go and dig out the spell books. There we go. I mean, they don't need a lot of work, so I think it needs 2 more. Okay, let's leave. Anyway, we're good. We have a I'm going to guess that was protected. Anyway, here we go. Right, let's head back home. Tell me out. The cat can just mither. I might get. Oh, that was a okay. That was a light log. Damn it. Hang on then. We probably. I probably just eliminated a light source over there. Easily fixed. Got everything we need, almost everything we need. What did we get? Muffle. Okay, got that one already. I'll spend 3 getting over there. Right. So if that was a light log, yes it was. Right, so we need to go and plant you. Grow you. Take that out. Put that down. Illumination problem solved. Well, almost. Good enough. Let's go home. Okay, yeah. I don't like using that, but kind of a thing. Right, where was I? I was. Let's go and have a look, see our wine. What did our wine? Has our wine finished? Is it done? It's not going to be any good. It's probably going to send you blind, as most wines do. Still fermenting. I know we've not been in the area either, but you know it takes ages. Right, I would like to think about another place to put the beds. I also would like to see whether they are proper now. That's fine. Now I'm thinking that back here would be another a good place for a small business building that could double up as villager housing. So coming in with this thing, the carpenter's bench, and some of the other items we've got, such as the hoofer, whatsmajig, and the whatsmaflobberdy hoofer thing. And I don't think I'm going to have anywhere close to the time necessary to do the thing I had planned for the magic mod, arcane archive archives or whatever it is. But that's fine, because that means I can do it in a series, in a thing. And it's probably better done there anyway, because it involves redstone, and you know me, redstone. Less said the better, really. I should go and put that. I've got that spell. Get rid. Right, so what shall we go with? Stripped birch. And again, we know that we're going to have this same structure, the things, so you're going to have that, and then you're going to have a gap. So the wall is going to come over there, so we've got plenty of room. Let's do it over here. In fact, let's come, how do I want to do it? I want it so it's kind of the business facing is onto the road here. So let's kind of go back a wee bit. We'll leave a gap of 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's funny, isn't it, that birch looks vile as a log, but the moment you strip it, it actually doesn't look too bad. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there. Is that big enough, or should I go actually slightly longer? I mean, we've got the space. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's go to there. I say we've got the space to do it, so we might as well. 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be interesting for the roof. That's for certain. But what we'll do, we'll strip that back as a log. Should we just dump that out of the way there? What do I want to do? So, think, John. Think. And you're going to have a little bit of workspace over here. The path will come this way. We'll have a little path that meanders around here and connects back up over here. But got space for something back here, probably, possibly, maybe. Who knows? Maybe some custom trees. What to use for the main block? What have I got a lot of that is going to work? I'm going to try terracotta, I think. Let me just have a double check that what the chisel options are like. I don't think many of them are very nice, to be honest. Or maybe they're not bad. I don't know. I'm in two minds. What do you think? See, I'm thinking if I were going to go to the chisel, I might go to these wide bricks and then chisel them back using chisels and bits into slabs. So you end up with kind of this. Now I want you out of there and put it in there perhaps. Is it a bit too wishy-washy? I really am. You know, there are times when you really struggle with a colour palette. I'm not sure. I don't feel bad. I'm just wondering whether, you know, what would make them perfect is if they actually had a different colour, like brick. There was a different colour into them. Yeah, I think they're a pain to make though, aren't they? Okay, so it's basically clay, but that makes 8, and 4 makes 1. That's going to be something to consider for another build, but I think it's going to be a little bit too much of a pain in the backside for this one. I'm going to come in here and just change these out for solid. No, I'm not. That looks stupid. I'm just going to go with a straight wall, I think. And then that's a light block, so it can go in there. I don't mind doing it. It's just not something that I want to do on camera, so to speak. Get that, that, and that. I'm going to keep this simple with good old vertical slabbage. And we'll just copy and paste. We'll copy that and do this. And then we can go into placement mode. Where? Now, where the hell did he come from? Go on. Oh, man. Yeah, I really can't do anything with you there, mate. Another glitch. That's right. So the zombie couldn't have spawned in here. So where did he spawn? I mean, it's possible if he's wandered over here, because that bard has a habit of wandering off out and staring off into space late at night. It is a bit clean. Yeah, he has a habit of wandering off and staring off into space. I know there's nothing. Well, I don't know. I'm confident that there should be nothing spawnable in this immediate kind of area. 0.34. That one's all right. Right, you. No. Can be gone. You are 0.68 quality wine, so we'll stick you in there, and we'll. So anything less than 50% is going to make you basically make you ill. 0.47, 0.47. They're both crap, and there's a random chance basically of what you're going to get, and. But if you put one in this slot here, then it has a chance that it should, in theory, get better, but it can get slightly worse. I don't know where that. I'd love to know where that zombie. I think I know where that zombie might have spawned. Let me just check around. I know there was a space around the back here, but I didn't notice any others. So, yeah, he's probably there. We'll leave him to heal and just take his time. stop with the fruity. School. The next thing I need is a school. I really do need a school. We've got the space, we've got plenty of room for the kiddie winkles, so yeah, I think that's where we're going. Right, what was I doing? I was working on that at the point where I'm going to just barb a little bit of that down. It is a bit clean. I agree that it's possibly a bit too clean, but it's what I got, so we'll keep you a solid wall on that side, and then I'm going to keep this small, so there we go, we've run out of space blocks, so that's good. 2 and then 1, 2. But I think once it's got some plants around it and it's, you know, it's kind of blended in and got a roof on it and stuff, it probably won't look too bad. 1, 2. Yeah, just do that and do some replaceage, and then I think I'm going to go and black the whole lot on. We'll probably use shakes again, but I might try a different wood, maybe a jungle or something like that, just to get a contrast colour. No. Do a replace. Oh, yeah. So carpenter's shop. Now the carpenter isn't actually a Tektopia skill, neither is it an ancient warfare skill, but it is a dark medieval roleplay thing, and as a result I think it would be beneficial to have a carpenter's shop. So you're going to be on there, and then but what I don't want to be doing is I don't want to do you like that. Damn it. Let me get on the top and then copy that and get you into placement mode. Perfect. With a bit of luck, yeah, we have got enough. Excellent. Right, let's get some roof on it. It's a nice little clean carpenter's shop. He's not a dirty job, is it? Carpentry. I'm sticking to that excuse. If I were a wood, what kind of wood would I want to use? What are you? If I use you as a shit to make a jungle shake, it's kind of be ready. Yeah. Now I've got a reasonable amount of dark oak, and I have got some dark oak shakes as well. And let's do that. And there's an Adara. Let's go with those. Again, dark contrast colour. The only problem is it's going to be the same as this roof here. But I suppose that's not necessarily a bad thing. They don't all have to be, you know, different. Okay, and of course, yeah. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Interesting little covered alleyway running down the side here next to the wall, which will one of the things I always loved when I was designing Dungeons and Dragons games was the designing them to be, you know, have these little, or the cities to have all these little different covered alleyways and walkways and places for the thieves to be about the business, and you know, it'd be interesting to be able to build an entire yep, they are, but they're not built by Barrett, they're built by me. And I still like that period in our history when we would, well, certainly in the UK it was a thing, so you would want to build a terrace of houses. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, and each what you would do is you give either 2 or 4 of these houses to a builder. You award the contract for building that. Wow, that turned harsh quickly. It's true, it's like, run away! Nature is revolting. So they'd all get the plans and they'd all be roughly the same, but they'd all be allowed to put their own little twist on it. So you get a very slight variation every so many houses, and then obviously what would happen over time is individuals who would buy those and own those houses would then put their own little twists on it, and that to me is where the nice side of architecture comes in, and it annoys me when you see do I call them snickets? No. Hup. Hup. Oh, the cut through. Twitchell, I think, is the one I heard probably used the most. This down here, that would be a Twitchell. Now it will get a little bit of space back here, so what I may do is I might put a little garden space on the back here for it. Not sure I like that stone, you know, at all, but you know, it is what it is, and as such, I'm kind of stuck with it. However, what we have got I'm going to assume that was about the reference to the tome. I'm not entirely sure. What that was about. I don't like these overhangs though, so that kind of just brings that up nicely. I don't mind. Oh, it has got a certain shine to it, hasn't it? Don't tell me it's shiny though, because it'll distract me. And then we should just be able to run a line down there, and that will finish off those bits now. Almost anyway, because what I'm thinking then, if I've got enough, damn it, Luckily, they're cheap. Something like that, little porchy. Right, let's just go and, well, first things first, let's try and make some sense out of this lot. Might want those again, so we'll hold on to the chisel and bits. Yeah, it was, architecture to me is the thing, it's not the original design, it's where the designs end up that really changes the way any kind of building feels. Pop you up there, pop you up there, pop that up there. So, you know, it is quite literally the lifetime of the building, the soul of the building, if you like, as people have lived there and loved it and you know, really liked it as a place. Not sure about them for that. We definitely need a door. We need you there, because that will provide it some illumination. This is all illuminated inside and outside. We can get some stuff going on there. Path can go down here. This is starting to feel at least useful. There are Grand Designs is an odd one because they're all modern places, which, but I suppose, you know, it's interesting. As I say, I just find the thing that makes a place a home, if you like, is we'll take one of those. That must be the glass. Take me. I'm going to take a couple of bits of that, I think, actually. We'll give this some nice windows and a little bit of that. That will work. Yeah, the ones that I find strange and in some way annoying is these preserved buildings which are in one way or another listed, and it's such an annoyance because the people say, oh, you can't change that, you'll change the very character of the building if you change it, and it's like, yeah, but the point of the building is that its character changes. It changes over time, like with the uses with each owner. You'll get more and more changes come along to the building. So artificially stopping someone changing a building because, you know, it's a Georgian something or something like that. Yeah, they're the ones. And there was the classic one I always remember being exceptionally stupid was, it was a Grand Designs episode, and this fella had decided to buy this castle. I use the word loosely. It was a keep, an old Mott and Bailey style keep, just a single tower, slightly elevated because it was down south, so, you know, it was what they call a hill, and but it was in complete disrepair. Most of the walls had fallen in, You know, it was well, I suppose the long story short version of it is it was a tip. It was an absolute mess. And consequently, you know, he wanted to rebuild it, but it was a listed building. I can't remember the grade. Well, and it was just that, watching it and they go, oh no, you can't change that because that will change the fundamental character of the building. It's like, give me a break. We'll give these guys their own crafting bench over there, because I'll need a crafting bench in here anyway. I'm going to just put a little bit of this into the ceiling, I think, because it allows me to make the ceiling space spawn proof at the same time as sealing it off. And it's just ludicrous that they'd rather a building fall apart and decay than somebody put modern UPVC windows in it or something like that. And it's bleh. The best way I can describe these people is bloody village council members, all of them. Can I get some of that going on? Would that work? I think it will work better than things. So we're starting to get a feel, and if we take you and then we take that and change it into a plane, we can put shutters on the windows reasonably easily. Right, then we need to start thinking about what we're going to do in the garden space. Let me go and grab those carpenter's things. What have we actually got in here? So I would say really that is probably all we need in there, isn't it? Headsman's block, probably not. But we'll have a look. Yeah, it was just irritating because the people stopping him doing it were real Jobsworths. It was anyway. Ain't going to change the world today, I don't think. You know, give me a bit of a run up, and I might be all right. Let me get rid of that for a moment. I'm just going to put the chisels and bits away for a quick minute. Free up a bit of space. We'll take another bed. Could do with a chair. Or chairs. They like the chairs, them villagers. It's a shame they'll only use their own, but oh well. Such is life. Got that. Shall we give them a furnace? Give them a furnace, can't we? And we can probably take a little bit of that, just to dress that up a little bit. None of that's really going to work, I don't think. Take a liquid barrel, that'll work in the thing. I'm just looking at what I've already got built that, you know, just will kind of work there. I could take that as well. That's not really going to work, I don't think. Let's go and see. We will need one of them. Can I put some of this back as well? Let me just get rid of a little bit of this. Just wondering if I've got enough in here to get the signs, because the new signs in this are really nice. So what we need is a tavern pub. We'll have one of them, and then we need a carpenter. For now, that will do. Yeah, pretty much. If he's listed, then that's it. And when my yeah, that's going to be a pain, isn't it? Ew, that's horrible. No, right, hang on a second. If it's a listed building, you really are stuffed. And I get that and that. We'll get these beds out of my inventory because that will give me a little bit of space. We'll probably stick a thing there. Oh no, not there. Let's stick it there, and then we'll put a little chimney going up. Problem is that's going to look weird. Well, I suppose it's alright. It does the job, doesn't it? Let's go and sort the pub out while we're here. Oh yeah, it's definitely starting to feel like a place now. Blacksmith needs a sign, but we'll do that another time. Yeah, well, all of these will get. That's my thoughts are that we'll put these kind of things in. And what I think I'm going to have to do, though, is I'm going to have to come. No, you need to be changed back to that. And then do that, and that won't look quite so stupid. Need a bit of torch lighting, bit of illumination in there, and we should, I think, be good on that one. We just need maybe a little bit of foliage, and I think I will stick a little garden space around the back here. It's only when it's considered to be historically significant. Oh, that is, no, I don't like that. I don't want you. Don't want you there. Can I get away with that, I wonder? That makes a lot more sense to me than having that like that. Right, what we need, probably need to get that going. That kind of works. Give it a little bit of stuff, but yeah. Let's go and buy another bedroom token. And get it upgraded. Wow, we're getting pricey, up to 7 now. But at least we can afford it, which is good. No, you're fine. I say you're absolutely fine, as long as you're not wanting to go and make major league improvements or changes to a building which is listed or historical. So our house, for example, is only 100 years old. It's not considered to be, you know, in any way significantly historical or things, so we don't have a problem with it. If take my grandfather's house, when he had it, well, when he was still alive, they only had the farm. That was nearly 500 years old, 550 give or take, and it was a grade 3. All right, later, Wiley. It was a grade 3 listed building. Yeah, a lot of it comes down to simple things like, let me get some lighting, what the building is how old it is it historically significant, is it a building which, you know, has in some way had somebody important live there, for example. So because I grew up in Scrooby, we had a lot of unfortunate importance of people. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. This is actually quite bright in here, but I would prefer it if we had a little bit of light. And I'm going to stick a candle on the no, I'm not, because that just broke it. Oh, you swine. I mean, it could do with a little bit more in terms of its interior, but as far as it's concerned, it is a functional living space. So it's made by me. You can get it on the Curse launcher. It's just a mod pack, but it's mainly Tektopia and Ancient Warfare, the two mods combined. Right, I need to put you a lot away for later. Later gets a lot of stuff kept back for them, you know. And let's just go as we are on to time, or up to time. We should. God, will you please learn to chop the I'm going to take the birches out at this rate because they're not. Let's have a look. How is our? So we've got the same quality, but that's fine because we can use that as a catalyst in this one, which doubles our chances of getting a good wine. Oh, I'm going to put my shield in there. Okay. How did these do? 0.36, even worse. 0.33. Jesus. The RNG here is unfortunately quite strong, but once you've got a reasonable quality, you're okay. Stick it there for now. Anyway, that's probably about me for this episode or stream, and I will continue building walls. And I think the next thing we need to work on is almost certainly a schoolhouse, and get a school teacher. Because the moment we get a schoolhouse and a school teacher, we can let some of the kids loose. God help us. Yeah, I think on that note, that'll be it, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.